This year, Royal Birkdale is hosting the 146th edition of the Open Championship, the 10th time the course just north of Liverpool on England's northwest coast has done so. The honour roll reads like a who's who of golf: Thompson, Palmer, Trevino, Miller, Watson, and in 1991, Ian Baker-Finch joined that list with one of the great final rounds in major championship history. He'd twice led the Open heading into Sunday without success. So when the opportunity arose for the third time to lift the claret jug, on this occasion he was ready.
I had said to myself the whole time, I'm in good form, I've been here before, and I know that if I can treat this like any other tournament, I'm a really good chance. That's the hard part, treating a major like any other tournament. And it's so easy for me to say, and it's so easy for me to say now on television, and it's so hard to do, because everything that goes on around you doesn't allow you to think that way, but I did.
After consecutive 71s to start the tournament, Baker-Finch was in a tie for 28th after round 2, but made his move on Saturday. He carded 9 threes as he charged up the leaderboard on day 3, finishing off his round in spectacular fashion. As one of the best putters on tour, faced an unlikely chance for eagle on the par 5 17th.
I'm always trying to hole long putts. I think that's why I've always been a good putter, because mentally I'm always seeing it going in and how it's going to go in, and I'm really focused on it. But really, a putt of that length, it's a bonus when you hole it. But at the same time, it was, yeah, that's what I was trying to do.
Turns from left, you know, it comes.
Another precision approach shot set up another birdie chance on the final green. And just like St Andrews in both 1984 and 1990, Ian Baker-Finch was once again in position to contend for his first major championship victory.
Had a little bit of confidence going. Put me in the last group, coincidentally, having been there a couple of times before. So instead of worrying about, wow, I'm in the last group, you know, it's the Open Championship, I felt like I was in a good place.
He's done it. He finishes with a 3. It's a round of 64, 6 under par. It's a share of the course record.
Heading into Sunday with some serious momentum, Ian was tied for the lead with Mark O'Meara. That didn't last very long, as the 30-year-old from Queensland appeared to pick up right where he left off the previous day.
I got to the first tee early, like I always tried to do. Then I got off to a nice start. I hit a perfect tee shot, perfect 4-iron, middle of the green, a couple of putts. Next hole, perfect drive up the right side. The rough was a little less up the right than it was up the left, so I just faded it up the right side every day. Had a 6-iron, middle of the green once again, about 15 feet.
This is Baker-Finch for a birdie at the second, and he's made it. This is the man that's putted so well during the past few days, and one of the few in this field that have done so, and he's now leading the Open Championship at 5 under par.
It was just the ideal start. I wasn't planning on jumping out of the boxes in any extravagant fashion. It was more just doing what I had been doing every other day. And then I started holding a couple of putts. That's what I hadn't been doing.
Chance to go 6 under. Beautifully held. And Ian goes to 6 under par, 2 strokes ahead. Could be his day, couldn't it? Another birdie.
Yeah, they were nice putts, but it wasn't like I was bombing them in from everywhere. I was hitting some good shots.
Oh, what a brilliant shot.
And he rolls it straight in the middle, 8 under par, 4 under today, and he's got this championship by the throat at the moment.
It was a confluence of positive attitude, feeling comfortable with what I was doing, sticking to what I was doing, great routine, and hold a couple of putts, but you know, just kept doing what I needed to do.
Now that Mark O'Meara has holed that putt, returned to 4 under, Ian leads by 4. looks like he's going to get round this place in about 20 putts.
When I looked at the board, I have to say, I walked off the 7th hole and I looked up at the board and I'm like, oh my God, I'm 5 in front. A tear came to my eye and I'm like, come on. You're not allowed to get, you won't be allowed back in Australia. If you don't win from 5 in front with 11 holes to go, they won't let you back in. So you better just go do what you got to do.
One of Ian's closest friends on tour was fellow Australian Mike Harwood. He'd started the day just 1 shot off the lead, and after making steady progress over the opening stretch in his own quest for a first major title, he tried to gauge how well his main rival was playing, hoping for some encouraging news.
I didn't know what Ian was doing the first half dozen holes because there were no scoreboards out there. I heard a lot of roaring, but I didn't really know what was going on. And I think I was like 1 over after 7, and I'd stumped it, but I just couldn't make the putts. And I looked up the scoreboard, and all of a sudden I was like 7 behind. It was like, what is this?
The answer was number 29, as Baker-Finch registered the lowest 9-hole score ever on the final day of a major. All that was required was to maintain his composure and finish off the masterpiece, and that's exactly what Ian did.
I had this vivid line along the ground to the hole on every shot that I hit. I was hitting the ball beautifully, I was in control. So I just kept doing what I was doing and playing great golf and 2-putting for pars.
You know, I just never missed a shot coming in, so I got him within, I think got within 2 shots on the 17th tee, and I made a par on an easy par 5 and he made a birdie. It was all over.
I had 5 1-putts and 13 2-putts in the round. I've had the 5 1-putts in the first 7 holes for birdies.
With a 3-shot lead heading up the last at Royal Birkdale, Ian was able to bask in the glory of one of golf's greatest traditions, as he prepared to have his name engraved onto the claret jug as the winner of the 120th Open Championship.
The emotions walking up 18 are a flood of different emotions, because you're thinking about the times that you haven't got it done. Everyone at home thinking, hey, isn't this going to be so great? I'm thinking, wow, I'm going to be Open Champion. I finally realised my goal. But the other side of you saying, hey, okay, don't get ahead of yourself.
He really has played one of the great final rounds in this championship, and we've seen plenty of those over the years.
And it wasn't really until the putt had gone in that I allowed myself to think, wow, you know, I've won the Open Championship.
The winner of the gold medal, the champion golfer for the year with a score of 272, Ian Baker-Finch.
To win that amazing trophy, you know, the best trophy of all time to a golfer, I believe, was just a moment you can't explain. 84 gave me the confidence to believe that I could win it. 90, Nick Faldo showed me how to win it, and then 91 I did it.